Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and I have another Sun and Moon OU Showdown live for you guys today. We're using this team that I believe I found on the Team Showcase page on the Smogon forums. Just has Charizard X, Z Sleep Powder, Roserade, which I believe gives you +1 speed and puts the opponent to sleep, so that should hopefully be fun. We have Assault with Tangrowth just to help out with Keldeo, and Tapu Koko, but I guess we have Finny for Keldeo too. Taunt, just maybe preventing some setup or rocks. And then we have Scarf Tran, and I believe it's defensive Landorus. I actually want to make this 24, just so we outspeed the other defensive Landorus. Might make it Stone Edge if Mega Pinsir becomes a little bit of a problem, but let's get into the live right now. I'm hoping we don't see any like Belly Drum Azumarill, but I know this team. This is the Cosine 180 Sticky Webs offense team. Can I make this bigger? I can. Smeargle should outspeed my Landorus, and I need Landorus for the Zygarde, so I'm not going to lead off with Landorus. Instead, I'm going to lead off with my Tapu Fini, just to make sure that he can't spore me, or he can still lay up webs, but we do have Defog for that, so he could try to capitalize on my Tapu Fini lead and lead something else, but he is going to lead off with the Smeargle. As I'm thinking we can just Moonblast right now. He could go Celesteela, that's always in play, but I'm going to Nature's Madness actually, because it'll catch anything else that wants to switch in. As we actually missed the... I guess he tried to bounce back my taunt, but he is going to lay off the Sticky Web. We're going to get a special attack drop. I'm just going to defog right now. Just making sure that he doesn't get up any hazards. And we'll Moonblast here. I guess he's going to try to get up Sticky Web again. He could bring out Bisharp after, just to get a Defiant boost if I want to defog, but he is going to end up getting the webs up, but he's going to bring out the Mimikyu. Wait, I don't see a Keldeo, so I think I just want to defog on this thing. Alternatively, I could just break its disguise, because I don't want it getting too high on the on Swords Dances, so I'm going to go for the Moonblast right now. Just do a ton of damage to that thing, and hopefully I can get another Moonblast off. That would be great. Goes for the Shadow Claw, unless he crits me, that's not doing a lot. This should do a lot, actually. That actually didn't do as much as I want. I believe that Mon actually has a lot more special defense, Mimikyu. Yeah, it has a lot more special defense, so... I guess he could be able to kill me right now. I could go Landorus right away, which I think I just will. Just let him take some of that damage. Goes for the Shadow Claw, that won't be able to 2-hit KO me. Player Off might kill me from this range. And I still do want Tapu Fini to defog later, and we need Landorus healthy for the Mega Pinsir and the Zygarde, so I'm definitely going to have to switch again right here. Got into my Heatran. He goes for the Shadow Claw, which is going to do a lot, but he's Life Orb, so I guess we're just going to let our Landorus go down right now. Well, it's not going to go down unless he crits us, which he doesn't, which is great. So Mimikyu obviously did a lot of work, but that's 2 Mons down on his side, and Zard is looking like it can have a lot of fun. Especially since it's not affected by the webs. I believe, what Zard set do we have? Do we have EQ? We do have EQ, so we can catch any trends if we see those. That comes to this. I guess it wants to autotomize on me. I'm going to try to U-turn out, see if it wants to autotomize, and we can maybe get rid of these webs. Not sure whether he has a Rock-type move for my Zard, but we will be able to knock it out if it does. We should take a heavy slam, I think, so... You actually don't... That probably mattered now that I think about it. And now he has the special attack boost. Not having that happen, that would have been really great. Do I have to risk this? Celesteela. Totemize Sweeper against Charizard. Zard Y. Drought Wall Breaker. We do... we should knock him out with Flamethrower based on that Fire Blast damage. Flamethrower will not come out, so we can go for this if we want. I will. If he has the Ancient Power or Rock Slide or anything, he actually has the Supersonic Sky Strike. That's gonna knock me out. That what do you call it? Hit with the Tapu Fini really just cost me the game right now. As that probably means he has like Air Slash, I think is what this gets. If we got that defog off. I might want to try out that team sometime. That Sticky Web offense team looks really fun. Well, I guess we just go for HP Fire. It actually misses the Air Slash, so maybe something can happen here. If he misses again. I'm hoping he misses again. Because I guess a Roserade kind of has a chance to win, not really, with these webs up. Because our Z Sleep Powder boost will just give us our speed back, not give us an extra boost. So he misses again, okay. And unless he flinches me now, I think we might be fine. Don't flinch. Yes, okay, so we get past that thing, which is cool, I guess, but now he just goes out into this. I guess goes for quick attack, I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna go for quick attack, and I think it just sweeps anyway. We'll go out into Landorus and see what he has. He might not knock us out, and I think if I want to win, I have to get up a rocks here. Do we live this? We don't. That crits us again. I doubt that mattered. But now maybe we can go out into Roserade and live something with that Intimidate boost. I'm hoping so, at least. We'll go right for the... I guess Sludge Bomb is the best play. He shouldn't be able to knock us out. If he's switching out, actually, then I'm gonna just have to bank on his choke here. Because we don't even do anything to the Bisharp, so I'll just go for Z Sleep Powder and see what happens. Basically what I have to do is hope he just stays in a few times, and I can just growth up like 3 billion times, and then maybe we'll be fine. I might put Hidden Power Fire on this Roserade, just because it can benefit from the sun. Do we have anything that we can maybe switch out for that? Not really, we need all these moves. He's gonna go for the return, which still does knock us out, so yeah. Had we gotten that defog off, it maybe could have been different. I could have tried to switch out my Zard and burn the Z move too, but I don't know, he would have gotten the Beast Boost anyway. This looks like a better matchup. I could lead off with Zard and just try to net a kill, but he has the dual Electric type core. This could be Greninja. I don't see Zard leading, especially if it's Dragon Dance Salamence. I could see Tran leading. Tran could be an interesting lead. Can catch the Landorus up guard. I'm not sure how much our HP Ice does, but honestly it looks fine. As he does lead off with the Greninja, so I'm not staying in. I'm going to go right out into my, I think, Tapu Fini. He should feel like he goes right for the U-turn, so that's alright. We could have stayed in and maybe gone for an HP Ice, because he's probably going to bring out the Mints, I think. He goes Coco, but who knows what we'd have brought out if I stayed in. So here I have to go into my AV Tango. He's probably going to go for another U-turn. No, he goes right for the Nature's Madness, and he might U-turn right here. So I guess what we can do is go Landorus and try to catch that. He goes right for the Wild Charge, which is not going to do anything. And now I can just Earthquake right here. Not sure what he wants to bring out, maybe an Immense, which to intimidate us, but we do have HP Ice. He does bring out his own Landorus. Do I need my Landorus particularly? Not really, I just kind of want to get up my rocks. I will have to defog his away later, but we can go for the HP Ice right now. He might have it too. He goes right for the Smackdown, so I guess he wants to try to Earthquake me, but that's going to do a good amount. And I want to save this Mon just for my, just to handle the Salamence. But then again, what's he really going to do with an Earthquake? He goes right for the U-turn. He's going to take a ton of damage. He's probably going to bring out the Ferrothorn to start spike stacking on me. So this could be my opportunity to defog. He is lefties, so no Rocky Helmet. Does that make me want to U-turn? No, I think we'll just hard switch into our Tapu Fini. Try to defog. He's probably going to lay off a spike. He goes for Power Whip, good play. But we will be able to defog these hazards away right here, which is great because I really want to get in my Zard without the hazards. But he does go for the Power Up, and that does do a really good amount. Here I could see him going for another Elite Sheet. I'm just going to try to Nature's Madness him down to 50%. He goes Tapu Koko, so if we can connect this, please, yes. He will get some health back. And if he actually does, we actually don't end up going down. We can save this, I guess. Not really, there's no point. Does it outspeed the Landorus? Shouldn't, so I'll just go right for the Moonblast in case he actually taunts me. That's super confusing, because we'll get... I might have misclicked right there, I don't know. But we do get some health back, and we can bring out our Heatran pretty nicely here. Heatran's actually looking really threatening, so we'll go right for the Hidden Power, just to not allow the Salamence to come in right after. He could expect Hidden Power Ice, not really sure what he wants to do about that. He brings out the Manectric, so the Roserade should switch into this. Or really Tangrowth, we do have AV. We're not at the highest health though. Overheat could be a little bit annoying, but we'll go Tangrowth anyway, since Tapu Koko is gone, as he goes right for the hidden power. Ice from the looks of it. And right here, I think he'll just go right for Giga Drain. He does Volt Switch out. And I believe our Landorus is still healthy enough to deal with the Mints. It could be like Supersonic Sky Strike, if he actually goes Lando, so we might knock this thing out, as we do. So that's great. Here he's going to bring out the Mint, so Landorus is our response to this. He could go right for the Dragon Claw. He goes for the Dragon Dance though. He knows we have the hidden power, so I'm just going to go right for that. Not sure what does he sweep us? He is Z-move. I could have switched out there, but if he Dragon Danced again, that would have been scary. All these sweepers. We'll see if he has EQ. We'll go for the hidden power. He does have the Earthquake. And now he's going to get another Moxie boost, and that's game. So I did preserve my Landorus' health, but fortunately it wasn't enough. I could have tried to pivot out, burn the Z move, and then come back in and intimidate him again, but I figured if I don't know what he would have done there, but Zard is a really nice lead in this match. We do tech the Earthquake for the Tran. He could lead right off with the Manectric, but we do have AV Tangrowth for that, as well as our Spadef Tran. No, we're Scarf Tran, so we would have to go Tangrowth on that, even if he wants to overheat. Not sure what that me wants to do, but really tough first two losses, but I really think this team can do work. I know it can, I've seen other people do a lot of work with it, but we're just having some really tough matchups right now. I wonder if my Landorus could have lived that Sky Strike at full. Let's check. Defensive, we are 216. Salamence at, I believe he was plus 1. Fly Z-move does 61 to 72. I'm confused. Why did we die then? We were at like 80 something. This guy's taking a while to decide what he wants to lead with. He could lead off with the Hippo to get up rocks, but Zard will just threaten that thing out. Zard actually does a ton of work right here. I just need to check, does our Earthquake take him out? Charizard Y doesn't have the worst attack stat. Actually, it does have a pretty bad one, but let's check. Earthquake against Heatran. I guess Trapper. Earthquake does 65 to 78. So not enough. Not sure what he wants to lead off with. Like I said, if he leads Manectric, I'm going to go right out into Tangrowth. Finny could be a lead on his part. I want to calc Solar Beam too. No, we already have Zard in here. Tapu Fini. If he is defensive, Solar Beam it is a 2-hit KO, but I don't know how much he wants to do. I might pull up another battle because this guy's taking a while to decide. I don't see the problem. No, he shows something. Okay. I kind of wanted to play 2 matches at the same time. That could have been fun. He's probably gonna go for a fake out. He is faster than us, unfortunately, so we don't have an item for him to knock off, so he won't do not that much damage with that. He could go Tran right now if he wants. Kind of makes me not want to go for Fire Blast, but do we have a nice Tran response? We don't have that great of one, especially if it is Earth Power. I think I might be. Well, what's Tran doing to me in the end? Do we see fake out? We see Parting Shot, so let's see what he wants to go out into. Tran should be his play. He doesn't really have a better play. He could go Finny, expecting my Fire move. He actually goes Hippowdon just to get rid of the Sun, so that makes sense. That did a lot. He is Leftovers. I'm thinking we might see a Stone Edge or something right here. I'm just going to go right into my Tapu Fini. If Sun was up, we could Solar Beam and maybe kill him, but he did get rid of that. He doesn't really have a good Sand Abuser. I think Heatran gets a special defense boost in the Sand, but this is alright. Tapu Fini should be able to switch in safely here. We won't get hit by a Toxic because of the Misty Terrain. As we do get in Tapu Fini very nicely, he gets up rocks. So he should be inclined to switch out right now, just expecting my expecting maybe a Moonblast or Surf. I'm going to Defog. He might spam rocks. If he does, then I'm just going to taunt him right after. Be 100% outspeed. I don't know what he wants to go out into here. Maybe Manectric? He could go Tran and try to throw off like a Magma Storm and trap me, but that wouldn't be that smart of a play. We have Nature's Madness for that thing anyway. And he wouldn't be able to Toxic me, so Defog is the all-around best player right here. We can get rid of his hazards. He could slack off right now if he wants to, I guess. Let me take some chip damage from the sand. But we have leftovers, right? Yeah, so we'll get that back. Defog. I mean, I just want the rocks off so that my Zard can switch in, because Zard does a lot of work. He is going to bring out the Manectar card, so I guess we can go Tangrowth on this thing. Like I said, we will get that leftovers back. We'll go Tangrowth, as we might see a Volt Switch, I would think. Goes right for the Thunderbolt. So against this thing, not really sure what he wants to do. I'm just going to go right for the Earthquake. We should live in Overheat. We are Assault Vest. He actually has Flamethrower, so that's better, because now we can switch out, and we do a good amount to that thing. And what I'll do is switch out into my Heatran right now, as he goes right for that again. And now I kind of want to go for Earth Power. Yeah, Earth Power is fine. It'll knock this thing out. He might have tried to Volt Switch out there, just not expecting me to be Choice Scarf. That's probably what he did. We did see that he was inclined to stay in. We are locked into Earth Power now, so we can go back into Hippo and try to get up rocks again if he wants. Because without the... But the problem is, if he goes Hippo, I can freely switch in Zard. But I probably won't, just because I don't want to randomly risk Stone Edge. I could try to go Landorus and try to get up my own rocks, as he is going to bring out the Hippo, so... Landorus can work here. I can maybe get up my rocks and then U-turn out. So he gets up the rocks, so... that's alright. I could have maybe gone Finny too, but... We'll go right for the Stealth Rock. Not sure what he wants to do. Maybe he has Stone Edge, Slack Off. Goes right for the Toxic, so that's fine. I guess this could have maybe been a misplay, because now we have to switch in. We let our Landorus get Toxic'd a little bit, and we probably should have just gone hard Finny right away, but that was an oversight on my part. But this is fine, because he doesn't really have an answer to U-turn. If he stays in, then I'll just go Tapu Fini. You might want to try to double Toxic, but I'm not going anything else. Roserade might get Synthesis, but the moveset we have right now is worked out. I actually got up to +6 in another match, and ended up sweeping it with Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb, even past a Ferrothorn, because at +6 we're doing like 40%, and he was only doing with like 20 with the knockoff, so that was really fun. So right here... He might want to just go out into his Mew, not sure. But I will get rid of these hazards. He is going to stay in, so Tapu Fini's at play. Let's see if he tries to throw off a double Toxic. Nope, he just slacks off, so that's fine. Right here he might Spam Rocks, just seeing that he could do that, but he hasn't seen Taunt yet, so if he tries to Spam Rocks against me, I will just go right for the Taunt and then Defog again. Switches out into the Persian, which is alright. He might try to Parting Shot right here. Or maybe he has coverage, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to go right for the Moonblast. Not sure why he brought this thing out. He could double into Tran, but Tran's probably like a Scarf or variant, or some offensive version, because he has the Hippowdon for rocks. He goes for the Switcheroo, gives me a Choice Band. So go for a Moonblast and knock him out. So I'm alright with this. I'm okay with spamming Defog. Unfortunately, Hippowdon can come back in and get up rocks if it wants. But I will go hard at the Charizard if he does decide to do that. And click Earthquake first, just because I don't expect Hippowdon to do that much to my Zard. So yeah, that seems like an alright play. He actually goes out into the Heatran, so he might go for the Earth Power. I can probably get up my own rocks here. I'm gonna go out. Yeah, I'm gonna go out into Landorus as he goes for the Magma Storm. So it's probably, yeah, like I said, an offensive variant, and we don't really need this mon for anything anyway. So we'll go for the Earthquake in case he wants to. You could U-turn now. Let's do that. Get in Zard if you can. Start to pick away at the Heatran. I'm not sure whether he has some obscure coverage on his Mew. That could be interesting. Maybe you have Thunderbolt. But he already has the Manectric, so I'm not sure about that thing. Zard is my main way of dealing with Mew, but if it does have a Psychic type attack, the Roserade will not be able to deal with that thing with Z Sleep Powder, because he will knock me out. But I'm thinking based on his build, it's just going to be a more defensive variant, maybe with the Defog. Tapu Fini is still in the back too, but yeah, he is going to try to bring out the Zard right here, but This gives me a free switch, I mean not the Zard, the Hippowdon. This gives me a free switch into Zard. As I think I'll just Earthquake right now. He should go out into the Hippo. I mean not the Hippo, the Tran. As we do catch it with that Earthquake. And he has leftovers, so we can Earthquake twice. No reason not to. Fire Blast is tempting, but I just want to go right for the Earthquake right now. We have a ton of Sun turns. Not sure whether he would go back out into Hippo right now, but even if he does, that's fine. We have Tapu Fini. He does switch right back out into the Hippo, so Fire Blast could have been clutch there. Not sure what type of coverage he has, but I could have Solar Beam too, and that could have always been an option, because I don't know what Tran wants to do to me. We have Stone Edge on our Tran, so I guess he could have had that too. But he was a leftovers variant, so Fire Blast could be fine. How much did we do last time with Fire Blast? Fire Blast did... Is that not this match? I feel like it wasn't this match, but... We'll go right for the Fire Blast, just maybe hoping that... That actually does a lot, because he goes for the rocks, so... we can go right for the... even if Tran comes out, that's fine, so we'll go right for the Flamethrower right now. He could go Tapu Fini, because we don't have the Sun up to Flamethrower twice, so he does bring in the Tapu Fini, just seeing that we can't hit it that well. But our own Fini can defog now. Not sure what he wants to do. He might throw off a Nature's Madness. I could actually go for the 2-turn Solar Beam, but then if he has a Water type attack, that's kind of bad. Roserade could be a play. I actually like the Roserade play a lot. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot to hit the Tran, so what I'm actually going to do here is just double out into my Tapu Fini, because I really need to get these rocks off the field so my Zard can come back in and get up the Sun. And if I can get rid of the Hippowdon, Zard can just win this match outright. So yeah, that's the game plan. I'm hoping he's not some random setup Mew. If he does bring in the Tran, so this is alright, we can't get Toxic. So what we'll just do is throw off the Defog right now. As he goes for the Magma Storm, so we are trapped unfortunately. And we are banded into Defog. So we'll go for the Defog. So I guess he's like some taunt, so we have to struggle I think. Wow, that's an interesting move, set, but we actually weaken him, which is alright. He toxics me. Why would you toxic me at 10% when you could just knock me out? Well, so we end up going down. I believe this was low. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of health left. Zard can just come out right here. Get up the Sun. Quick Earthquake for free. Knock that out. And I could see him, he has to pretty much go Hippo right now. Get up the Sand. Have it take this Fire Blast. He's probably going to preserve it. Yep, there's a Tapu Fini. So we're weakening it, which is great. Did we see leftovers last time? We did. So leftovers is a little bit annoying. We still need this, definitely. But without that, he actually goes out into the Hippo now, so... I'm thinking we can go for the Z Sleep Powder onto the Mew. Or we can throw off a Bloom Doom. Or just a Giga Drain, that could always work. I like the Z Sleep Powder play though. He shouldn't sack this off. If he goes Tapu Fini, that would be really weird. But he knows he needs Tapu Fini for the Zard, and I'm just gonna go for the Z Sleep Powder predicting a Mew. As we actually can't do that because of the Misty Terrain, but we missed anyway, so, you know, expected. This Spawn can win, so I probably should have preserved it, but we can Giga Drain some health back right now. We'll see what kind of coverage he has, whether he has Psychic or Ice Beam. And no matter what he brings out, we can just bring out our Zard right after. We will get some health back with the Giga Drain, which is cool. I don't know why, but for some reason I was on the mindset that I could only not status the Tapu Fini, but then I remembered Misty Terrain is up for every Mon, so a little bit of a misplay. But that's alright, we can go for the Giga Drain right now, scout what kind of set he is. If he is offensive, then that's fine. That does look to be not very bulky, as he goes for the Psyshock. And let's just look at that damage quickly. Whether he had any HP investment. If he was like a utility set against my Charizard. Drop Wall Breaker. That'll do a lot. Not sure what he has. But let's look at our Roserade. Offensive, that's Leaf Storm. Giga Drain, I think we did like 37. 30 to 36. We did 37, so it's probably more of an offensive build. So we'll go out into our Charizard right now. I doubt he can knock us out with anything. And we'll just go right for the Fire Blast. Actually, if we can Flamethrower to it. In the sun. Might not even knock him out, which is funny. He actually outspeeds. If we could connect this, that would be great. As we do, so that's cool. I think he really needed that miss there. He was offensive and max speed timid, so he did win the speed tie. So if he had some obscure coverage, like I said earlier with the Thunderbolt, that could have been a little bit bad, but luckily he only had Psyshock and didn't end up critting us. He has to go out into the Tapu Fini right now. I'm actually thinking about Solar Beaming. I'm gonna do it. Problem is if he stays in. You know what, it's the end of the live. I'm going for Solar Beam and getting a kill. We absorb the light, and now we can click Solar Beam and hurt something. The plays. So Solar Beam will be able to get a kill right now. And I think he has to let the kill be on the Hippowdon. That was funny. We could just go right for Solar Beam. Not sure whether we have enough time for another one with how long this guy took to decide his moves. That did nothing. Why did that do 0? And it's alright because Tangrowth just kind of wins. I click spamming Giga Drain at this point. Even if he has speed, that's alright. We can just go right for the Giga Drain. And probably win. I would imagine it does enough to Tapu Fini to knock it out from this range. Why did that do 0? Does Tapu Fini get us Spit F boost? Do we have Sludge Bomb? No, we just have Giga Drain. The best thing he could do to me is Nature's Madness. I liked my play, but I'm so confused as to why that did nothing. Goes for Moonblast. Giga Drain's not going to be able to knock that thing out, unfortunately, but with Sand will, actually, so that's good. And he has the Hippo left, which is at, I think, 27, so we can just spam Giga Drain. And win. Go through the Slack Off. This should do a lot. Yep, 65, and that's going to be it. Because he can't OHKO with me with anything. Goes for the Toxic, can't do that in Mystery Terrain, and that's going to be the game. So, at least we managed to pick up a win. Zard did a lot of work that match, and we did get a little cheeky Solar Beam off endgame. So, thank you guys so much for watching a little bit of... it was a long live, but it only had like 3 or 4 games in it, so a little bit interesting there. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I should have another live up for you guys tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any, and I'll see you guys then.